Alright, so this is a gluing follow-up type video. Let's light out for a sec because I was really just showing. I'll turn the light back on. That this glue is still kind of dripping, so it's a good thing I pulled this towel so I can wiping up the drip, and so it's not messing stuff up and keeping my area clear. It's mostly so I don't have to scrape this later on. Wiping is so much easier than scraping, that's for sure. Little tiny drips is way easier than scraping up later. And the stuff on the back sides, I'll try to get it, but again, if I can't reach back behind, and that's what the paper towel, that's what the these little paper bags are doing. They're catching what I cannot. That looks like it's mostly cured, at least in like a 30-minute period. So the first one I did was, I believe, that one back there. That's the first one I did. Put this down for a sec. And just more out of the way. But I did a clamp and a clamp, and then I did a screw right there. And I adjusted the, so I just did a pre-drill with that thing. And once I was done with the pre-drill, I put that thing back in there. And then I put, I did a screw with this thing. With this little, whoa. This thing is super magnetic, by the way. But I did this because this actually locks really nicely, and it's a very good tool. It's I can't remember what it's called, but basically it's this actually, it locks and unlocks, so you can change bits at the ends, so that you can interchange the different bit. If you don't want that one, you like a flathead or whatever you want to do. But the battery's still on. Oh, I took the battery out. That's good habits. Safety glasses. And then again, I had both. I had two of these. I was just showing one for the fact that I did have two. That was, and what I did not do this earlier because I had both of these on and they were icky, filled with glue. But I did like back and forth in tiny strands, back and forth, and then I went over the board again, the same board, and then on the connecting board, the other board, I did the same thing. And when I went back to the first board, and then if there's anything that seemed to be dry, I just put again more of the glue on there. I just used Titebond, the number 2, the exterior, interior. So that way it's tougher, and just in case I go outside too. But anyway, again, if there's anything dry, I just fill it up. I just put that in its space. And eventually, if I got everything kind of well spackled on both surfaces, then I'd use my finger with the nitrile glove or whatever glove I'm using. That's like that, plastic or whatever. And I'll just run my finger across it until it's smooth on both surfaces. And I like using, it was really good that I drew a guideline right along here and along here, and you can barely see it, but there's a gray line right there. That was so useful because I could see on this side where this wood goes, whereas on this side, yeah, I can see where the wood goes here because here's the edge of the table. But what about over there? I'm standing right here. I'm over here. What am I doing over here? I can't see over there. I'm over here. I'm not over there. I'm over here. Well, that's blinding me. But anyway, it seemed to be, as you can see, clearly clamping the wood down and creating glue run. So clearly there's enough clamping force happening, with the glue, and I don't want to overdo it. All I wanted to do was just apply enough force that the pan head screw was just underneath. Now, important part about how much this goes down. Now, you go to the edge of if you go to where the end of that cork, where the grinding part, the screw part stops, that is literally the bottom. That's the bottom of that tabletop. You're toast. So I kept in mind, okay, I only want to go this tall. So know your stopping point before you start screwing, That way at least you're saying, okay, I'm going to go this much before I'm done, and then pulling out, And I like containerization, so I found a container, and I found this screw in there. It is different than those screws, but I found this in there. I'm like, nope. So I'm going to try to keep those different screws separated. There's no lack in quality, because that may matter one day. But yep, I got my hand screwdriver just in case I might have needed it. But yep, we're all glued up now. I'm just waiting for it to dry. 24 hours from now at 5 a.m. I'll be I'll be able to have a solid tabletop. Now, granted, I'm actually going to add screws on this side and this side, as well as this side and this side. I just did not want to do that on here right now because I don't want to over torque this thing. It's clear that I have enough clamping power because this thing's flat and squeezing glue out like, oh my god, no, this is bad. It's good enough, man. It's flat. That's what I want. That's the idea. The fit, form, and function. So, and a little bit of voiceover, Punish your host. Punish him. Don't do that. Come on. Be nice to people. Be considerate of others. Or just be what you want to be and pay the consequence. Yeah. Hey, so this I made sure to sand with the 60 grit as much as I could before I put everything down. And then, and I cut, there was some fatty part of the paper towel that was drenched with the glue. So I just cut that with some razor blade and removed that right out surgically. And, in midstream, I grabbed my little quote-unquote key to see how things fit and put it in the hole. Said, yeah, okay, nice, I like it. And felt good about myself. Of course, it's just you can choose your own, stereotypical adventure on that one. But, yep, I am glued. I'll probably end up making a video on the next one, but this, I think, was the hardest thing for me to do because I wanted to make sure the tabletop was right. And this thing's freaking huge, man. Usually you put things on a table in order to build a table, but you don't have a table anyway. And then my other table hasn't been underneath here the whole time. It's just maintaining it's nice 90-degree angles over here. Just over here, like, hi, I am such a nice table, and you are really doing weird stuff with me. But that's what I was designed to do. And, I'd rather be doing, fabric stuff with it and the under table here. But, hey, they can do this stuff, too. So, kudos to the design team, Jeremy, aka Mr. Variety, with @Who Needs Designers, @Who Needs Designers. That's all one word. @Who Needs Designers. That's proper spelling. Check out the socials, or you can get a whoneedsdesigners.com with a Z. It's whoneedsdesigners.com with a Z at the end of that. You you can spell it with a Z, can't you? I know that you can. I mean, I don't. I'm blatantly lying to your face, hoping you'll believe it like a sucker, but this is blinding. Narrative. I can see. I have eyes. Oh. Alright, I gotta get going, man. Woman, child, young plant, earth, mineral, water, vegetable, soluble, rock, igneous thingy. Yep. You can tell I skipped a lot of courses. But not at the cafeteria. Okay. So I gotta get going. Thanks for checking out my... whatever the heck this is. I'm surprised you're here. Wow. You get a cookie. Not for me, because I don't have any. Those are mine. But thanks. Maybe you'll see what I have on my table. Peace. Visit twitch.tv/music forum, twitch.tv/music forum. whoneedsdesigners.com. Scan the code.
My man. 20%. My man. 20%.